Trip Day by Lynne Plourde, illustrated by Thor Wickstrom. We have permission from Dutton Children's books to read to you today. It was Field Trip Day. Everyone in Mrs. Shepherd's class was anxious to visit a farm, especially Juan Dore Nomad. Juan knew that some of his best learning didn't always happen at school, but during adventures out in the real world. As the bus pulled out of the school parking lot, Mrs. Shepherd reminded the class about the rules. "We know," said the students. "Be polite, stay with the chaperones, and keep your nose out of things." "That's right," agreed Mrs. Shepherd, "and pay attention so you can see how a farm works." When the bus pulled up to the farm, Mrs. Shepherd reminded the chaperones about their rules. "We know," said the parents. "No losing any students. Keep track of all 23 of them. Let you know right away if anyone is missing." "That's right," agreed Mrs. Shepherd, "but make sure they have some fun, too." The chaperones started making tally marks on their clipboards. "We counted 2 sets of 11, which makes 22, shouted the students. "Good math," said Mrs. Shepherd, "but wrong number. We're missing someone already. Everyone, look around." Dewey noticed a pair of legs underneath the sign. "I found him." "Found who?" asked Juan as he peeked out. "Found you. You're missing," said Dewey. "No, I'm right here. Did you see this sign? It says Fandangle's Organic, Environmentally Friendly Farm. I wonder what all that means." "Well, Juan, let's go ask the person who knows," said Mrs. Shepherd. Farmer Fandangle greeted them. "Welcome, everyone." "Mr. Farmer, what does your sign mean?" asked Juan. "Oh, you'll see soon enough," said the farmer. "Let's start with the cows. But first, everyone, put these on." He held up booties and hair nets. "We can't have germs being spread." "What can we catch from cows? Colds?" asked Juan. "I'm not worried about you catching anything from the cows," answered Farmer Fandangle. "I'm worried about the cows catching germs from you." "You see, my cows give organic milk. I do everything I can to keep them and their milk natural and germ-free." Farmer Fandangle demonstrated the sterile milking machines and milk vats. Mrs. Shepherd said milking sure has changed over the years. "Yes, ma'am," agreed Farmer Fandangle. "Changed in a good way. Come on, let's head over to the hen house next." "Just a minute," said Mrs. Shepherd. "Before we go, time for a head count," finished the chaperones. "We counted 2 sets of 10 and had 2 extra students. That makes 22, shouted the students. "Good math," said Mrs. Shepherd, "but wrong number. We're missing someone again. Everyone, get looking." Drew heard a tiny rustling sound from a back room in the barn. He peeked in and announced, "I found him." "Found who?" asked Juan. "Found you. You're missing again," said Drew. "Nope, I'm right here, checking out this bag of cow food. If Farmer Fandangle's cows give out organic milk, then they must take in 100% organic feed." "Good observation, Sonny," said Farmer Fandangle as the rest of the class joined them. "Remember, you are what you eat." "Let's get going. There's lots more to see," said Mrs. Shepherd as they followed Farmer Fandangle to the hen house. There were balks and squawks everywhere. More surprising were the whooshes and whirs of the conveyor belts that transported the eggs from the hens' nests to waiting cartons. "Egg gathering sure has changed over the years," said Mrs. Shepherd. "Yep," agreed Farmer Fandangle. "Changed in a good way. Come on, time to check out the sheep." "Just a minute," said Mrs. Shepherd. "Before we go, time for a head count," finished the chaperones. "We counted 4 sets of 5 and had 2 extra students, so that makes 22, shouted the students. "Good math," said Mrs. Shepherd, "but wrong number. We're missing someone again. Hurry, everyone. Let's find him." Josephina felt a rush of air through a crack in the wall and went to check it out. "I found him," she yelled against the wind. "Found who?" asked Juan, gazing up at the wind turbines. "Found you. You're missing again." "Nope, I'm right here. When I saw all those hen house contraptions, I wondered where they got their power from." "Good thinking, Sonny," said Farmer Fandangle. "I almost forgot about showing these to everyone." He patted Juan on the back as he explained how wind power supplied the energy to run his farm. "Now, let's go check out the sheep." There were bleats and blahs everywhere. The sheep got into line. Farmer Fandangle then showed how easy it was to shave off their wool. Mrs. Shepherd said sheep shearing sure has changed over the years. "That's right," agreed Farmer Fandangle. "Changed in a good way. Follow me, everyone. I've got one more special thing to show all of you. Just a minute, said Mrs. Shepherd. Before we go. Time for a head count, finished the chaperones. We counted 7 sets of 3 and had 1 extra student, so that makes 22, shouted the students. Good math, said Mrs. Shepherd, but wrong number. We're missing you-know-who. Come on, everyone, get looking. Emma spied a familiar face over at the farmhouse. Guess who I found, she yelled. Juan Dore Nomad, everyone answered when they caught up. Juan said, I wasn't lost. I just wondered what happened to the wool after it was sheared. Farmer Fandangle grinned. Then he explained how he used natural dyes to color his wool. Spinach leaves to make green, acorns to make brown, and dandelion flowers to make yellow. Beep, beep. Oh, the bus is here. Time to go back to school, said Mrs. Shepherd. Toot, toot. My ride is here too, said Farmer Fandangle. Are you going back to school with us, asked Juan. No, Sonny, this is a ride for 2 special little ones I wanted to show you. Farmer Fandangle headed into the barn and then came out looking upset. By golly, they're gone. What's gone? Asked Mrs. Shepherd. The calves, the 2 calves I was donating to charity. I got them ready to go before you came this morning, but now they're missing. 2 lost calves? Get looking, everyone, said Mrs. Shepherd. The students skittered and scattered in every direction. The barn, the hen house, the hill with the turbines, the sheep shed. The chaperones flung their clipboards in frustration as they tried to count all those scurrying kids. Until someone yelled, I found them! It was Juan Dore Nomad, peeking his head out from the front door of the farmhouse. Everyone hurried inside, and there were the calves huddled together on the Farmer Fandangle's bed. How'd you know to look here, Sonny? Well, I just thought about where I'd wander off to if I was leaving home for the first time, said Juan. Someplace cozy. Farmer Fandangle slapped his knee and said, By gory, good thinking, Sonny. The kids were sorry to see the calves go until Farmer Fandangle explained that they were going to help a family start a new farm. As the calves walked into their carrier, Mrs. Shepherd's class reluctantly climbed onto their bus. Do we have to leave so soon? Asked Maybella. Come again, you're always welcome, said Farmer Fandangle. Especially you, Sonny, he said to Juan. I like the way you think. "20, 21, 22, said the chaperones as they counted the students one last time. Uh-oh, said the chaperones. Not again, said the kids. You know what to do, said Mrs. Shepherd as everyone began checking under and over their seats. 23, shouted Juan, who popped up with a big grin. Good math, said Mrs. Shepherd, and the right number. Let's get going before it changes again. And there's the little cows on the farm. Field trip day.